Welcome to our daily countdown for the Audacious Leaders Summit. My name is Mark Hain, and with me is.
Yay, Gene Howard. Good morning, Mark. And what a beautiful day it is. We have 8 days to go. Can you believe it?
I know, 8 days to the
So, I
Audacious
know.
Leaders Summit.
And I'm excited about all those solo entrepreneurs, managers, leaders wannabe, people who just want to enrich their life and understand what's going on in the business world. We welcome you all to come and participate. And as I recall, Mark, we decided yesterday that we were going to extend early bird pricing, which is
Yes.
really, really great. So it is still 345 in US dollars to come and join us for 2 days.
Yes, and we extended the early bird until this Sunday, midnight Sunday, which is going to be really
Right.
grand. And it's really interesting. Having kind of grown up in the leadership realm, like obviously I started off way back in my career as a dishwasher, and I worked my way up in the hospitality industry. And the one thing that always struck me was I was always being inundated with really great information. Either I had a mentor who would open my eyes to
Nice.
something,
Mhm.
or I read a book. But I didn't have the access to the internet way back when,
Of
right?
course not.
And so
Because, yeah,
you had to make a concerted effort to go to conferences, to sit in education sessions and so on, to be able to open your eyes. And so having this as a virtual conference, a 2-day virtual conference, where people can really pick the brains of some brilliant presenters and experts is phenomenal. Makes it so easy.
indeed. But just what you were mentioning about a mentor. And many people have mentors, but not everyone does.
Mhm.
And it seems like time is so short these days. Even though we may be working from home or we may be in a hybrid situation, it's tough to find a mentor, and a mentor who has had experience like you have, like I have, to bring the best of practices and moral integrity into a teaching or learning experience. And from what I can tell from all of our speakers, that is who they are and that is what they're bringing. And we are in a unique time in our lives and in the lives of our participants. Climate change, big issue.
Mhm.
Recycling materials. We thought that we could throw away. Is there stuff in your business that you are throwing away? Well, one of our speakers is Caron, who doesn't believe in throwing away. So let's talk a little bit about who Kim is and what he brings to our story.
Sure. Kim is somebody that I met when I was working in economic development, and he is a brilliant guy. Now, when I worked in economic development, I got to meet entrepreneurs from all over the place, and it's so funny because you go to small businesses and they go, "Oh, big business has it better because they have all the budgets and they have tons and tons of money." And then you go to big business and you go, "Oh my goodness, small businesses have it made. They can do whatever they want. They can pivot, they can move, they can shake, they can do whatever they need in order to meet the existing criteria of whatever the demands are." So during COVID-19, smaller businesses had so much more flexibility to move. Well, Caron is one of these entrepreneurs. He's the owner of Executive Mats here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. It's a floor mat cleaning service. And he is the perfect example of how flexible small businesses
Right.
can be. He has, so floor mats, they had these long floor mats. Some of them are 40 feet long, these floor mats that you see in the entranceways in businesses. And, he had these big machines, and, they get washed and they get tangled and stuff. And he said he had a lot of staff whose backs, they would get a lot of back injuries of people trying to wrestle these big wet mats out. And so he decided to invent a better machine. He didn't just shrug his shoulders and go, "Oh, it doesn't matter." And he decided to invent a better machine to be able to do the work to alleviate the stress that people were feeling. Taking a step further, he took a look at his waste streams and he realized, "Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, I could do something with this waste stream. And so he's going to be telling his story in a roundabout. He's going to basically take you through all the different things that he's done, all the different businesses he's created to do something. He is the only mat company in the planet that will sell you coffee cups and paper towels, and he's going to take your garbage.
And he's
And
going to take your garbage.
he takes your
Amazing.
garbage, he shreds it into these pellets, and then he puts it through a gasification system to
Yeah,
heat his water. He
right.
uses it to heat his water.
Amazing. And he did this all himself in inventing and moving on and um, just looking at his waste stream and utilizing it. But we can do it even as a small business by affiliating with others who might be able to use our waste. And we may be able to use their waste, maybe not the same company, but it gives us an opportunity to really work together and create collectives and create affiliations that make sense for everybody. So we're going to explore that also in a panel, right?
Yes.
The first panel is a discussion about the factors that are going on in our world these days. Climate change being a huge thing, waste in America and North America, huge issue. So much waste going out, plastic. What do you do with all this plastic? Do we just put it in a landfill, etc.? And one fellow, John Matthews, is going to be talking about affiliations and collectives and different ways of structuring your business for the good of all. Maybe you take a little bit less, but you're helping somebody else. Others are benefiting in a bigger way. So I'm really, really excited about that. It's going to be moderated by our friend David, who will tweeze out all some great information from all three of those panelists. So don't miss that for sure.
Yeah, it's amazing. There's the three P's, right? People, profit, and the planet. And these, what we're talking about today is the people who are game changers when it comes to that. Being able to look at your business and say, what can we do different so that we eliminate the problems in landfills, we eliminate
Right.
climate change issues. But our panels, we actually have three panels throughout the context, throughout the conference. And the macro factors affecting business is one. We also have communications in a new era.
Yeah.
And this is
Right.
what people keep calling it the new normal. I'd like to call it a new era because I think nothing is ever going to change. An era is here's a period of time, and now we've crossed over the threshold into a new era. And how we think about communication and what we do with communication, I think, is going to have to be incredibly different now. And we have
Hybrid environments.
yes, we
Hooray
have
for all those
hybrid,
teachers
remote, everything,
who
right?
can do remote and in person at the same time. Incredible. Really, really fascinating. But every single word, it said is that once you say a word, it affects thousands and thousands of people and never goes away once
Yes.
with a word. And of course, that's biblical and otherwise. But think about what words you are putting out to the universe. And our moderator there is Edie Little, who is a lifelong journalist, a captain, sailing captain. She's going to talk about how really important words are. She's been a ghostwriter and an author. She's coming to us from Panama. So won't that be fun to hear from her? And our
Yes.
other speakers, including Edie, all have their own sessions as well. So you get really an opportunity to hear them twice. And our third panel is about mindset. Your mind is such a powerful thing. This was known way back when, and now with New Age, people have adopted it and embraced it. And three people who are going to talk about that who have been very involved in human resources and organizational behavior include Bill Lee, our friend who is a mindset master, Jill Clare, who has worked with people in many, many different walks of life, from executives all the way down to the solopreneur who is not even sure how to put out a tweet, and Loretta Cooland, who has been advising people in large organizations and small on their career and how that might build and how they might get ahead, and really who they are in their career and how best to move forward.
This
Again, moderated by David, our friend David, and we're excited about him being with us for a couple of those panels.
And, we're thrilled to death to bring this to you. It is the Audacious Leaders Summit. It is absolutely worth every minute, I think, of being able to be
Sure.
that leader who has the humility to know, I don't know it all. So join us at the Audacious Leaders Summit.